Listen up, man, because I'm about to keep it as straight up as a motherfucking stop sign with y'all. You read the title, right? Semen retention is not the solution to all your sufferings. Yes, sir. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Listen up, my guy. The practice of semen retention and the path of spiritual celibacy is not, yes, sir, you heard me right. Let me repeat myself again, is not the solution to all your sufferings. You might be wondering, okay, man, what the hell does that even mean, bro? I've watched your videos before. You talk about the benefits of semen retention, the benefits of celibacy. Now you're telling me that it's not the solution to all my sufferings. Well, what is? Relax. Relax. Relax, my guy. I'm gonna need you to just take a deep breath. Come on, do it with me. Get yourself grounded, because it's time for you to break this bitch down real quick like a brick for y'all. So first things first, what you must come to understand along this journey that we call life is that spiritual amnesia is the root to all your sufferings. Yes, sir, let that marinate into your motherfucking mind. Let that sink into your psyche, my guy. The disease of spiritual amnesia is the root to all your sufferings. And you might be wondering, okay, man, what the hell is spiritual amnesia? Is this Alzheimer's? Is this dementia? What's going on? Well, let me break it down. Spiritual amnesia, you see, is a state of consciousness. It's something me, you, and everybody else that you see experiences on a day-to-day existence from the moment that they were born. Spiritual amnesia is referring to the fact that you have forgotten who you truly are. You have forgotten your true essence. And you have been fooled into believing that all you are is just the brain and body, just the flesh and bones, just this blood foundation. You forget the spiritual essence of your nature and what you were really brought here to do. Because if you only think that you're just the brain and body, your whole purpose in life revolves around satisfying the brain and body, stimulating the senses through three main outlets: survival, sex, and status. Take a good look around you. What is the main things people are pursuing in their day-to-day lives? Survival, sex, and status. This is what society pushes upon your psyche. It programs you to pursue, because it's got you stuck in a state of spiritual amnesia. And the reason why this is the root of all your suffering is because now you have forgotten your true destiny, or your true dharma, as they would say in the yogic terms. You have forgotten that, the thing that will truly fulfill you in life. And you've been fooled and tricked into believing that chasing survival, sex, and status is gonna bring you happiness. But go look around you again. How many people are truly fulfilled? How many people are truly happy? When I'm talking about happy, I'm not talking about Disneyland shit. Oh man, I'm smiling, I'm happy. But truly content, equanimous. Very, very few people, if any, in today's day and age, are at that level of consciousness, because they're cut off from their destiny, from their dharma, due to the fact that they are submerged in a state of spiritual amnesia. They are sleeping, spiritually speaking. They're in the darkness. Almost fucking caught a leaf like that, damn. Do you see what I'm saying? Are you picking up what the fuck I'm putting down? You forget what's gonna truly fulfill you, and you start chasing things that only give you momentarily states of dopamine, gives you rushes of dopamine. But it doesn't matter, again, how much money you have, how many cars, how many clothes, or how many hoes. Doesn't matter how much survival, sex, or status that you accumulate. You will still want more. You will still never be satisfied because the senses will never be satisfied. The brain and body will never be satisfied. Doesn't mean that they're bad, they're evil, and you shouldn't feed them, but they'll never be satisfied. They'll only be stimulated. After this piece of food, after this amount of sex, after this amount of achievements, you're gonna want more. This is a bottomless pit that keeps you stuck on the hamster wheel of hedonism. Survival, sex, and status are not bad, but when they become your gods, when they become the peak pinnacle of your pursuits in life, that's when you start to lose connection to your true potential and your true power. You're not able to ascend to actualizing your full potential because all of your energy, all of your power, all of your prana is being siphoned off within survival, sex, and status. Now when you have no power, you have no prana, you have no ability to elevate yourself to the higher planes of consciousness, to rediscover that destiny, to rediscover that dharma, to rediscover yourself, motherfucker. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the root of all your suffering. You are playing a game that you'll never fucking win. You're playing a game that's like trying to grab water. You can't fucking grab water. No matter how hard you try. You cannot grab water. You cannot be truly satisfied from within by chasing these material things. They're not bad, they're not evil. But they will never bring you true fulfillment. It is that spiritual destiny, that dharma, that you are designed by the motherfucking divine to do that will bring you fulfillment. Because when you are living in alignment to your dharma, to your destiny, you don't need dopamine anymore. You're no longer a slave to the system. You have found true peace, equanimity, and contentment within yourself because you are living in the state and the being and doing what you were designed to do. If you take a bird and you put a bird in a cage, it's gonna feel depressed. And when you put a bird in a cage or you put an animal in a zoo, away from its natural habitat, away from what is designed by the divine to do, like a bird is designed to fly. Look at its wings, look at its feathers, look at its bones. It's manufactured in a specific way to fly. It's meant to do that. When you take it away from that, you put it in a cage, you put it in a zoo, it's disconnected from its dharma, its destiny. It's never going to be fulfilled. You can put out all the fucking candy and treats for it that you want, and it can consume, but it still is unfulfilled. That's where most men and just people in general are living in today's population. They're in a cage, they're in a zoo, they're disconnected from what they're designed to do. That's a bar, write it down. Holy fuck, my boy. That's off the dome ski. Come on now, write it down. Somebody clip it. Because I'm dropping y'all that game. So you guys can make these gains on every single plane. You dig what I'm saying? Come on now. They're disconnected from what they're designed to do. And now, since they're disconnected, they go look for things to distract them from that. Whether that's drugs, whether that's alcohol, whether that's sex, whether that's pornography. Because it gives them some sense of dopamine that floods their brain and fogs that idea of, hey bro, we're not living the life that we're meant to be living. We're not living naturally. We're living against our own nature. And this is why you're depressed. This is why you're anxious. And this is why I say depression and anxiety are signs and signals from your higher self telling you you're not on the right path. Take a detour, motherfucker. You're going down a dead end that will lead you nowhere. But the Maya, the matrix, the illusion tricks you into believing that all that you are is just a brain and body, and all that you're brought here to do is simply satisfy the senses, stimulate the senses. And one of the main things that has got a fucking big chokehold over the consciousness of man is sexual pursuits, sexual cravings, and sexual urges. This is why pornography is free. That's why OnlyFans is promoted. This is why hookup culture is promoted. Again, sex and sexuality is not bad, is not evil, it has a time and place, and it's beautiful, it's divine. But when it becomes your God, when it becomes something that controls you, that's when shit gets a little shaky. Now, the practice to overcome that is semen retention and is celibacy. That is a practice used to override and overcome that compulsive urge, that compulsive instinct. You see, you are designed and programmed to want to go pursue survival, sex, and status. But again, all these pursuits drain you of your prana, and then when you don't have enough prana, you don't have enough power, you can't actually ascend your consciousness up the chakra scale or up the spine to unlock higher potentials and higher planes that will actually connect you to your higher purpose. If all you're thinking about is survival, sex, and status, why would you fathom about the idea that you have a dharma, you have a destiny? Even though you're depressed, even though you're not living a life that's in alignment to your true destiny, you're not going to give a fuck about that, because all you think that you are is just a brain and body. Why would a dog, why would a cat, why would an animal think about dharma? Why would it think about spirituality? All it's here to do, what it's designed to do, is survive, sex, status. You, as an individual, as a human being, have the ability to transcend beyond your animalistic instincts through the path of self-mastery, which semen retention is a part of, celibacy is a part of, but it's not the end-all be-all. And this is what a lot of people, a lot of content creators, a lot of influencers out here on the internet will never tell you. They'll sell you a lie that semen retention will solve all your problems. Well, I'm telling you right now, because there's never been a single ounce of cap in my rap. I'll never lie up on here. Don't matter if it's for views, don't matter if it's for clicks, don't matter if it's for whatever. I'm never gonna lie about this shit. I'm keeping it raw, direct, and to the point with all those true spiritual aspirants like yourself who are really here to transcend and ascend. Semen retention will not solve the main issue of spiritual amnesia. But what it's going to do is going to stop the leakage of life force energy, one of the most potent sources of prana that you have access to as a man, if not the most potent source of your prana, aka your sexual energy, which is a cosmic force of creative energy. I mean, look, it made me, made you, made everybody that you see. This is all coming from sexual energy. So ball, write it down. So when you stop the leakage of this life force by closing off the gates of your sexual chakra, not repressing it, but not letting your energy just be spilled out over and over and over and over in this plane of existence, you have reclaimed back power. Now, the second step comes into play, and this is where most people fuck up. This is where most people forget. And as I'm saying this, fucking AC-130's after me because I'm spitting that game. So if you don't believe me, believe the feds, because they on my ass. Pause. Now, this part of the process where you have finally stopped the leakage of your life force becomes all about, what are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? Now you have started to override that compulsive nature of your sexuality that is draining you of your prana. You've taken back the power. Now, with specific practices, you can take this prana, rise it up to the next planes of consciousness as you start to elevate and ascend up the spine to inevitably figure out your dharma, discover your dharma. That dharma, that destiny, is connected to your true expression of self. Spiritual amnesia is the disease that's covering up your true essence of self, is covering up the ability to discover your Dharma. That's what spiritual amnesia is doing. We're not practicing semen retention in the hopes that it'll fix all our problems. And if you believe that, you've been sold a lie by all these other content creators, telling you it'll get you girls, telling you it'll get you aura, telling you it'll make you super strong, this and that. There are truths to that. But this is not the reason you do that. The reason is to stop the leakage of your prana, of your power, in order for you to unlock higher planes of consciousness. And when you unlock higher planes of consciousness, you get closer and closer to your true nature, to your true essence, which contains your true purpose, aka the path that will bring you true fulfillment in life and will allow you to break free from the systems that are enslaving you in a prison within your own brain and body. You see, your own brain and body are being used against your spirit right now because you're stuck as a slave to them. Your consciousness is stuck as a slave to your brain and body. You're stuck as a slave to your hunger, to your stomach, to your sexual organs. You cannot choose to indulge because whenever an urge comes up, you just submit to it. Self-mastery, which is practices like semen retention, allows you to break free from those chains that is binding your consciousness to these compulsive habits that are creating karmas, aka the cords that make these attachments stronger and stronger and stronger. Self-mastery burns them through austerities and most importantly through renunciation. That's what you're doing on the right-hand path of self-mastery, which is ascending yoga, going up the spine, unlocking the chakras, unlocking the different planes of consciousness to inevitably reach the point where you discover or come back into full connection of your dharma, of your destiny, what you were really brought here to do, what you were designed by the motherfucking divine to do. That's our end goal with self-mastery. Semen retention is a big part of it because now you have taken back the power of one of the most potent sources of prana that you have. Now when you have that prana, it's not being leaked out. You can use that prana to elevate your consciousness through specific practices to get closer and closer to the top of that mountain. The top of that mountain is a metaphorical representation of your spine. Your spine is the gateway to the divine. What do I mean by that? Your nervous system is how you operate within this existence. And within the spine, aka your nervous system, there are different planes of consciousness that you can tap into, different ways that you perceive reality. If you're stuck in the lower aspects of the spine, the way you view reality is only viewing it in the sense where you're targeting three main things, again, survival, sex, and status. That's what the world wants to keep you stuck in. But you know, and I know for a damn fact, that's never gonna keep you fulfilled in life. Survival, sex, and status will not get you fulfilled. Why do you need more of it? Because it will never fulfill you. You'll always need more and more and more and more. It's supposed to be, add-ons to life. It shouldn't be the only pursuits in life. If that was the case, if that was all that you were brought here to do, you would have incarnated here as an animal. You would have came here in the animal realm. Trust me, believe me. The universe, God, whatever you want to call it, is a lot fucking smarter than you and a lot fucking smarter than me. If that's where you're supposed to be, you would have came here as an animal, not a human being. But the human being has the ability to transcend beyond his animalistic impulses and tap back into spiritual intuition that leads him towards a life of fulfillment, which inevitably liberates his being. That's the ultimate goal of the soul, liberation. You cannot attain liberation when you're not living in alignment to your Dharma, because if you're not living in alignment to your Dharma, you're always dependent on the external world to give you dopamine, to give you any meaning. You're just waking up, going to work, so you inevitably can take this money, go buy some drugs, go buy some alcohol, go have sex, and then repeat it again. That's not a life worth living. I don't care what you say, that's not a life worth living for me. For most of you guys too, that's not worth living. You were brought here for something bigger, for something better, for something beautiful. Yet you cannot express that beauty. You cannot express that purpose if you don't have enough power to realize that potential. This is why you practice semen retention. It's not going to, again, solve all your issues. It's going to give you the power to get to the point of consciousness where you realize the solution to the suffering. Then at that point, it's all about living a life that is aligned to your Dharma, whether that's becoming a musician, whether that's becoming an artist, whether that's becoming a YouTuber, whether that's becoming a doctor. I don't know your Dharma, but what I do know for damn sure is how to dissolve your karmas to the point where you can get to that peak state where you rediscover your Dharma. I always bring up this analogy. I'm going to bring it up again, damn near every video. The sun is like your Dharma, is like your true self. The sun is always shining. Doesn't matter if it's rainy, if it's cloudy, if it's overcast, if it's snowing. The sun is still there. Even though it's behind the clouds and you can't physically see it, you know for a damn fact it's there. That's your Dharma, that's your true self. It's not covered up by clouds in this instance, it's covered up by karmas, aka the attachments to these compulsive things that are draining you of your prana and keeping your consciousness rooted in the lower planes. If you want to rediscover that Dharma, you must ascend up the spine by dissolving those karmas, by dissolving those attachments, by breaking free from the bondage that is siphoning away your power, your prana. What is the thing that I just said is draining men, majority of men, of the most potent source of prana that they have? It's sexual prana. It's pornography. It's random hookups. It's being stuck in a state of lust. You're not trying to break or destroy lust. You're trying to transcend beyond it. Not because you think it's evil, but because you know it's leaking your life force, leaking your energy, leaking your power, leaking your prana. And you need that power, you need that prana to turn on the higher chakras. Treat each chakra like a fucking light bulb. The higher you go up on the spine, the more energy this light bulb needs to turn on. If you don't got enough prana, you can't turn on this plane of consciousness. If you can't turn on this plane of consciousness, you will never realize your true Dharma, your true self, beyond the brain and body. What you're brought here to do aside from dissatisfying the senses. And you're going to be stuck in this cycle of chasing these pleasures for the rest of your life. And you're going to be on your deathbed thinking, damn, that one dumbass on YouTube was right. I didn't fulfill my destiny. I didn't fulfill my Dharma. I have these regrets. I have shame. I have guilt. And all these negative emotions create a karmic weight, a dead weight that prevents your soul from ever being able to elevate when it's your time to go. It gets you looped up into another incarnation within the wheel of samsara, the cycle of samsara, aka the wheel of reincarnation. Semen retention is not as simple as you might think. A lot of these, again, these dumbasses, sorry to say so, a lot of these dumbasses on the internet don't go in depth. They just talk about no fap and fucking not busting a nut for 90 days and you get this girlfriend. And yeah, that's cool if you want to be on the path of self-improvement. But if you want to truly be empowered and access the state of godhood, self-improvement ain't gonna do that shit. It's self-mastery. And the way you approach self-mastery when you view semen retention is totally different than the way you approach it when it comes to the realms of self-improvement. In self-improvement, it's just all about not touching your cock, not playing with your penis, not willing around with your wiener, not stroking your schlong. That's what they talk about. That's the end all be all. Just don't touch it. Don't touch it. Feel confident. Get this glow. Get the placebo effects. Go out into the world. Go get a girlfriend. And that's it. What does that sound like? Survival sex status. Self-improvement is a system of the matrix. It doesn't break you out of the matrix. Because the real matrix does not involve the external world. It involves your internal world. That's the real matrix. When you're stuck, rooted in the lower planes of consciousness, that's the real matrix. Because the way you perceive life now is all about survival, sex, and status. It's like putting on these glasses that tints your vision of the world. Each chakra acts like a pair of glasses with a different tint. This tint filters out certain things in life because you're not at the level of consciousness to comprehend it. If all you're thinking about is survival, sex, and status, like I just said again, you're never going to be tapping into your full potential of what's your destiny, what's your dharma. Self-improvement makes your lower chakras, the experience in those, better. And I put quotation marks when I say better, because it really doesn't at the end of the day. Maybe that's another topic for another video. But if you truly want to, again, I always say in self-improvement, become your best self. Become your true self. Even New Age spiritual circles, become your true. If you truly want to do that, you got to master this matrix, motherfucker. And I'm talking about the mountain of self-mastery. You got to climb that bitch. Semen retention is a tool along that path, and it is one part of the mountain. And once you reclaim that part of the mountain, each part of the mountain that you reclaim, you take back power over, you break free from the bondage or compulsion over, you take back power. In the survival one, if you can break free from the bondage of incessant food cravings through fasting, aka another form of renunciation, another austerity, you take back a little bit of power. When you can break free from the bondage of sexual cravings through semen retention, through celibacy, you get more prana and power. And each form of prana and power allows you to ascend up to the next plane. And then you get more prana and power because you override the compulsions that are leaking it. You're patching up every fucking leak on your spine on self-mastery to inevitably get to the top where you realize your potential. You realize your true purpose. And that is the solution to all your sufferings. Because that breaks you free from spiritual amnesia, from the conscious coma that you've been living in from the day you were born, believing that all you are is just a brain and body, and all you're brought here to do is school, college, job, wife, kids, car, house, retire, die. Is that all we were brought here to do and some little dopamine in between? Fuck no. You were brought here to express divinity. The only, the form of divinity that only you can express. You're brought here to become one amongst the gods. You are in the human realm and you can build a bridge to the gods, which is done through your dharma, through your destiny. That's the real reason we practice semen retention. It's not going to solve all our problems because all of our problems don't stem from lack of sex, lack of survival, or lack of status. For fucking slaves, yes, all the problems reside around that. But you, if you made it this far into the fucking video, I'm guessing you're not just a regular slave. You would already clicked off by now. And that shows you right there that it's time to upgrade your view of these practices like semen retention. Not get sucked up into the little facade, little mirage that these other content creators make up for you. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about, bro. They do not. And the reason why I'm passionate about talking about this is because I got fooled by these motherfuckers way back then. And that's why I'm here, standing 5 years on semen retention celibacy. Not to brag to you guys, but to give you an understanding, better yet an understanding of what this practice is really all about. You're taking back prana, reclaiming back your power to inevitably use it to propel your consciousness back to the pinnacle where you can realize your full potential, what you were really brought here to do. And at that point, it's about actualizing it. First you realize it, then you actualize it. But you cannot realize your potential if you do not reclaim enough power. You cannot get up to the top of that pinnacle if you don't got enough prana. And one of your biggest leaks of prana, like we talked about before, is the leakage of your life force energy that is derived from sexual release, from sexual slavery. This is why, again, the Matrix, the Maya, the illusion, the material world uses pornography as a tool to drain you of that. Because it knows if it drains you of that, your consciousness doesn't have enough prana, enough power to get up to the higher planes. Now it's stuck on the lower planes. Now it can keep you essentially molded into their agenda and make you a mere cog in the machine where all you do is just consume, 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 consume. And that keeps the gears of their machine running. This keeps the gears of that system running. If you're sick and tired of it, you must unplug yourself out of that. But the only way you unplug yourself out of that is by taking back the power, taking back the prana. If you don't got enough prana, you don't got enough power, forget about unplugging. You're plugged in that bitch for life. For life. For life and for many lives. As you spin on from incarnation to incarnation to incarnation, stuck in a state of confusion and spiritual amnesia, embodying all the suffering because you don't know who you are and you don't know what you were brought here to do. The only solution to this is self-mastery. Semen retention, again, is a part of that. But it ain't the whole thing. Self-mastery is the journey we're talking about here. This is what we do discuss over here on this channel. All the topics is all about uncovering the esoteric science of self-mastery. All the topics that we talk about over on the main channel. Matter of fact, if you don't know about the main channel yet, man, you are missing out, my boy. Because look, if you enjoy all the discussions that we yap about over here on the second channel. Yes, this is my second channel. They ain't the main channel. This is the second channel, aka The Philosopher Files, where we always post it up out here in the field, in the flesh, dropping y'all that game so you guys can make these games. You dig what the fuck I'm saying? All of these pieces of content are raw, off the dome, unscripted, unfiltered. So if you enjoy this podcast type of content, that's what we're cooking up over here all the time. This is how this channel is always going to stay. But if you want to see another side of the coin, another side of this esoteric science of self-mastery broken down from a different angle, that's what the main channel is all about. All of our documentary style content. Nice, clean cut, edited, scripted. It's a cinematic experience. It's an entertaining experience while also still educating you. Over here, we just straight education and enlightenment, my boy. Educating and enlightening. But if you want to add a little bit of entertainment to it too, visual entertainment, audio, all that good stuff, watch our full podcast with guests, our other topics, and our other piece of content. That's over on the main channel, The Philosopher. You can check out the main channel by clicking the link posted in the description box down below. You'll be forwarded to our main channel. Subscribe, get up on some game so you ain't out here looking like a lame, you dig what I'm saying? But also within the description box of this video, underneath the link to the main channel, you can see a link to my Instagram. Look, if you ever want to talk about these different types of topics, chop it up about these different types of concepts, my DMs are always open. Always open. Do not be shy. Shoot your boy a message so we can chop it up about everything. Discuss all these topics in depth and in detail. Follow me on there. Connect with me on there. Again, all that good stuff posted in the description box down below. The main channel, The Philosopher, and my Instagram. Run it up, my boy. Run it up. But again, like I was saying, all the stuff that we talk about here on this channel, The Philosopher Files. Over on the main channel, The Philosopher. Over on the private Patreon community. Matter of fact, we got to take a quick time out, quick pause. Because I need to give a quick shout out to the fucking private Patreon community. Look, bro. Most people have already clicked off this video. I'm keeping it a buck with you. It's just me and you. Mano y mano. Most motherfuckers have left. Most motherfuckers got triggered. Most motherfuckers can't watch a video for this long. They got brain rot. But you, yes, you still here. And that's a clear sign that you're a real spiritual aspirant, a real spiritual savage, a real devotee who is on this path to discover their dharma, discover their destiny, what's going to bring them true fulfillment in life, to tap into their divine potential. If you're one of those people, I need you to pause whatever you're doing right now. Pause whatever you're doing right now and find the closest mirror to you. I don't care if it's in your car window. I don't care if it's in the selfie camera of your phone. I don't care if it's in your goddamn bathroom. Take a good, hard look in that mirror, my boy. Come on now, I'll wait. I'll wait all day. Let that mental picture really marinate within your mind and sink into your psyche. Come on, take a nice click-clack mental picture Kodak moment for yourself. Because I need you, yes you, to realize that that man that's staring right into your eyes and right into your soul when you stare into that mirror, you're doing him, not me, a huge motherfucking disfavor by not joining up into this private Patreon community yet if you're actually a true spiritual aspirant, dedicated and devoted to discovering your divine potential. Because look, if you enjoy the types of topics that we discuss over here, discuss over on the main channel, man, your mind is gonna be blown with the in-depth breakdowns that we cooking up over with the content on the private Patreon community, my boy. I'm talking about exclusive videos that you ain't gonna find on this channel, you ain't gonna find on the main channel. Matter of fact, you ain't gonna find it anywhere else on the internet, because it's some real deal game, real deal sauce for your motherfucking brain to help you elevate on every single plane. You dig what I'm saying? Look, this ain't no joke. We are uncovering this esoteric science of self-mastery to a level that you've never seen with all these exclusive videos. But not only do you get access to all this exclusive content, but also access to our full guides, our in-depth occult lectures, our digital libraries, and most importantly, an invitation to the Philosopher's Circle. Yes, sir, you heard me right, not the philosopher, the Philosopher's Circle, our private inner circle community, which is all about creating a brotherhood, creating a community, creating a place where like-minded individuals just like yourself can come and connect with each other, where you'll be surrounded with like-minded men who are also walking up this path of self-mastery, walking up the mountain side by side with you, who are going to hold you accountable, who want to see you elevate, and most importantly, want to see you liberate, who are all using these practices, like semen retention, like celibacy, like fasting, like pranayama, like all the overall doctrines of self-mastery, to propel their consciousness up the spine to realize their true purpose by first reclaiming back their power and prana. So not only do you get a group chat being surrounded with such a community, but also this is where we host our bi-weekly mastermind live calls. Yes, sir, you heard me right. Bi-weekly mastermind live calls. We're hopping a call with me as well as that community of like-minded men who are also on this path of self-mastery, and again, who want to see you elevate, who are going to hold you accountable, and inevitably want to see you liberate. And you've all heard this saying before, you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang around most with. That's a fact, no cap in that rap. If you're hanging around with 5 slaves that are stuck in the system, that are suffering from spiritual amnesia, you're going to be a 6th motherfucker, I promise you that. But if you're around real spiritual savages, by surrounding yourself in a community like this over on the private Patreon community within the Philosopher's Circle, guess what? You're going to be the 6th spiritual savage. We're going to make sure. We're going to make sure. So I can guarantee you that if you're someone who's truly on this path of finding out what is their direct ticket to fulfillment, spiritually speaking, then the Philosopher's Circle is the place for you, my guy. I can 100% guarantee you that. But if you need any more information about the private Patreon community and the Philosopher's Circle as a whole, check out the link posted in the pinned comment of this video, not the description box. Description box, again, is where you'll find a link to my main channel, The Philosopher, as well as my Instagram. Scroll in the comment section, you'll find it right there. Click that link, you'll be forwarded to our page. And from there, you can join as a member of the private Patreon community, and also check out the other services I provide, such as application forms for my personalized coaching program. Look, if you're someone who's truly serious about this, and I'm talking about really dedicated to this, and you're looking to work with me mano-a-mano, one-on-one, to help you disintegrate, detox, and detach from all these degenerate habits that are siphoning you of that prana and holding you back from ever realizing your dharma. This is what this coaching program is all about. Dissolving your karmas to discover your dharma. By using a personalized approach, systemizing a personalized approach to the esoteric science of self-mastery that will allow you to take back the power in order to realize your full potential, realize your divine potential, realize what it is that's going to fulfill you in life. So you can structure your life towards that. You can become powerful, and you can actually express your divine energy into the right category, into the right funnel it was meant to do. But this ain't an easy path. Again, you must dissolve your karmas to discover that. So if you're looking for personalized guidance to this path, shoot me an application form and we'll see if your criteria meets the qualifications for this coaching program. But if you just want to book a one-time call with your boy, discuss anything that you're dealing with to help you get back on the right track, that's what we got our consultation calls for too as well. You can book your consultation call with the link, again, posted in the pinned comments video. Just click that. It'll be forwarded to our page. And from there, you can pick and choose which one of these services, whether it's the Patreon community, whether it's a personalized coaching program, or the consultation calls, best suits you. But like I was saying, all this stuff that we talk about here on this channel, on the main channel, on the private Patreon community especially, and especially within my coaching program, is about forming the tools to take back your prana, forming the tools, the weapons that will cut off these karmic cords that are siphoning away your prana. Now, with the prana at your hands, it's up to you to play it properly, to push it towards the pinnacle of this mountain, to again realize what you were brought here to do. What's the purpose you're meant to be on? What's the path that's going to bring you the most fulfillment? You already know what it is. Like I said before, nobody knows your dharma, not your mom, not your dad, not anybody. I don't know your dharma. I will never tell you I know your dharma. Well, what I do know for damn sure is how to dissolve those karmas. So if you dissolve those karmas, you're naturally going to see the dharma. You don't got to go looking for the sun. You just got to wait for the clouds to go away, right? Do you have to go searching for the sun when it's rainy? Oh, fuck, we got to find the sun, bro. No, bro, it's still in the same spot. It's just covered up by rain. But instead of waiting and waiting and accumulating more clouds, more rain, more snow, by being a slave to your senses, we can wipe it away through specific practices when it comes to this path of self-mastery, of the right hand, of ascending yoga. That's what we're trying to cook up. Every piece of content that I make, whether it's over here on the Patreon, on the main channel, every piece of advice I give to people I do consultations with or clients within my coaching program, my students, are about taking back the power so we can wipe away those clouds and find out your true potential, your true purpose. Because that's what's actually going to solve all your suffering. It's not how many days you haven't busted a nut. It's not how many days you haven't stroked your schlong. It's not how many days you have retained your semen. Nobody gives a fuck how much semen you have stored up in your nutsack, bro. Nobody. And that might not affect you in any positive manner. But you're tricked into believing this bullcrap by other creators. The sole purpose of semen retention is what I just laid down for you. Taking back the power of one of the most potent sources of your prana so you can propel your consciousness up to the pinnacle where you realize your true purpose. From there, you can live a life that's in alignment to your dharma, where you don't need dopamine. You tap into divine nectar, a state of consciousness that is derived when you are pursuing your destiny. Everything fulfills you. You're no longer needing to go have sex. You're no longer needing to go eat this junk food or watch mindless entertainment. You have found the inner source of bliss. It's called Ananda within the yogic tradition, inner bliss. That is derived again when you live in alignment to your dharma. Now whatever you do, whether it's sex, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, it's not out of dependency. You don't need it, you're not craving it, you're not a fiend. But before that, you're tricked into believing that all you are is just a brain and body, so you need. I need it, like I'm fucking SpongeBob in that one episode. I need it. You need sex, you need survival, you need status. You're a slave to it. If you don't get it, you're fucking fiending. Like a crack addict. Ugh, I need it. scratching and clawing at yourself. Because you believe that this will, again, subdue your suffering. And it might for a couple seconds, but it comes back. It's like having one of those cough drops when you have a cough, and it helps for an hour, but should that cough keep coming up? And that cough comes up because you're addicted to fucking smoking cigarettes. That's the issue. You're addicted to this false identity, this false reality. You need to overcome that by destroying it through self-mastery to realize your true identity, your true purpose, what you were really brought here to do, that transcends beyond the brain and body. The brain and body need these physical things, but your soul, your spirit gets nourished only by Dharma. That's the diet that motherfucker needs. This is what SR, semen retention, celibacy, is meant to help you do. Keep that in your motherfucking mind. Do not get tricked into believing any other bullcrap by somebody else. And look, I know this is not an easy path. I know it's not going to come overnight. But if you actually want to use semen retention as a tool for this, to truly wipe away spiritual amnesia, discover your dharma by dissolving your karmas, and you have not tapped into the Art of Retention ebook written by yours truly, look, man, you're missing out. You're missing out on the Patreon. You're missing out on the main channel. You're missing out on the fucking coaching program. Now, the Art of Retention ebook, what the fuck is wrong with you, my guy? What is wrong with you? Explain yourself. Because this ebook is a great, I'm not just saying this because I wrote it, but it's a great initiation into realizing how to use semen retention for this main purpose, this main goal, to reclaim back your power, stop the leakage of your life force, and use that power, that prana, to, through specific practices, to send it up to higher planes of consciousness and open you up to realizing your dharma, getting closer and closer to that. This is a great initiation tool to that. It goes in depth and in detail to all the little different things that you need to succeed when it comes to SR. So if you have not tapped into it yet, just go on the main channel, The Philosopher, again, description box down below. Or matter of fact, YouTube search bar, click that, type in how to succeed on semen retention. And you'll click enter, you'll find a full video on my main channel that goes in depth and in detail to everything that you need to succeed on this path, but also will link you to where you can find your free copy of the Art of Retention ebook today. Like I said, if I didn't mention it before, this is 100% free for the free skis, for the free 99, so there's no excuse, bro. Go grab your copy today, right after this. No excuse. No excuse. And the book in itself goes more in depth and more in detail than the video guide does. And look, if you're retarded, you're dyslexic, you got ADHD, or you can't read, your boy's got you covered with a full audio series of the Art of Retention ebook over on the main channel. Again, description box down below. Go over onto the Philosopher main channel. Click the playlist section. You'll find it right there for you. Pop in the audio series while you're driving, while you're working, while you're walking, while you're doing whatever, and get up on some motherfucking game. So you're out here looking like a lame, like these fools that will tell you that semen retention will solve all your life's problems. If you're sitting there waiting with fucking all this fucking seminal fluid in your nutsack and your life ain't changed, don't blame me. Don't blame me. Blame those other douchebags. Come on now, man. I'm giving y'all the blueprint on how to use this shit. And trust me, all the things that I'm saying, all the things that I broke down, all the things that I talk about is not coming from me. Forget about the messenger. Focus on the message itself. My dharma, my destiny for the time being is to help revive the ancient wisdom, the ancient knowledge of the past, the ancient dharma that has been lost within our day and age, and help revive it, bring it back into the modern day world, make it more applicable, more practical for the modern day man to plug into his life. So what I'm saying has already been said and done. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 9, there is nothing new under the sun. Look, if you went watching this video for this long, Most people have already clicked off. I always say this, the people that watch this channel in specific, the second channel, aka the Philosopher Files right here in the field, in the flesh, dropping y'all that game so you guys can make these gains. You dig what the fuck I'm saying? You're in the 1% of the population that's not suffering from brain rot. Most people can't watch a video for this long. And you add on top of that the density of these topics, that's going right over their head. So you have to realize that you're resonating with the message. Not really the messenger, maybe the way I break it down makes the most sense to you. Maybe it's the only way that you can grasp these concepts. But it's all about the message. I'm just the medium to get it out to a specific type of person. And you might be that specific type of person. And I want you to know that you didn't just sit down and watch me yap for damn near an hour straight because I'm entertaining or I look good. I know I'm entertaining, I know I look good, but you didn't watch me for that long for that. Let's keep it a buck. It's because you resonate with the message, motherfucker. And that's a clear sign, a clear indicating signal that you, yes, you are ready to embark upon this mountain of self-mastery. I don't know how, I don't know what it was that allowed you to grasp these high-level concepts, that allow it to resonate with you. Maybe the karmas that you dissolve in past lives put you in a better position within this incarnation to grasp these deeper level ideas, but you are put in a good position to do that. You cannot waste this incarnation now on spiritual degradation. You must use this incarnation as your ticket to spiritual liberation by mastering the self, using SR as a tool it was intended to be, not believing that it's going to solve all your problems, but as a practice that will reclaim back your power. Now when you get the power, propel up your up the spine, up the ladder of consciousness, the Jacob's ladder, to realize your true purpose, your dharma, your destiny. You are on that path, but it don't mean shit if you can just understand what I'm saying, because understanding is up in the mind, it's in the head. Understanding is in the heart. This is knowledge up in the head, gnosis in the heart. Gnosis is divine knowledge that can only be accessed from within through first-hand experience. How you go from knowledge to gnosis is by actually walking up the mountain yourself. Approaching semen retention with this type of view yourself. You can listen to me talk about in the next video, in the next video, in the next video. But it don't mean shit if you understand. You must understand what I'm saying. You must see the shift within yourself. You must get closer and closer to your dharma and start, again, relieving yourself of the real root cause of your suffering instead of, again, addressing the symptoms. You must rid yourself of spiritual amnesia by mastering the self through renunciation, which semen retention is a part of. You know, people that watch video after video after video when it comes to self-improvement, read book after book after book when it comes to self-improvement, yet never take action, they're called mental masturbators. Well, I'm calling you, yes you motherfucker, a spiritual masturbator if you're doing the same thing with my content, with ancient texts. It don't mean shit, again, if you understand it. I need you to understand it. You must overcome these compulsions. You have the tools. You have the content over here. You have the content on the main channel. You have the full ebook. And look, if you need further guidance, you need further support, we got the Patreon for you. Hop into the Philosopher Circle. We got the personalized coaching program for you. Shoot me an application. We got consultation calls for you. Book it with me, bro. If you're a true spiritual aspirant that is dedicated and devoted to actualizing their full divine potential, there's no excuse on how you cannot use semen retention as a tool to help you transcend, because that's what it's intended to do. It isn't the point of transcendence. Oh, I haven't busted a nut in 100 days. I have reached enlightenment. That's not the case. But it gives you the power to actually get up to the point of enlightenment. To the point where you discover your dharma. You see what I'm saying? Are you picking up what the fuck I'm putting down? There is no excuse anymore, bro. You got the tools right in front of you. Don't get stuck watching other people talk about this crap. Oh man, it's gonna fucking solve all your problems. I just broke it down like a brick for y'all. You ain't need no more explanations. Again, this ain't from me. Go to the ancient sages. Ask them. Go to those ancient texts. Read about that. What I'm saying is just a emanation from them. Again, my dharma, my destiny is devoted towards bringing back these teachings of the ancient East and making them more practical and applicable for the modern day man to apply into his life. It's your job now to see if I'm wrong, to see if I'm right. And again, it ain't from me, it's from the motherfucking divine. Semen retention will not solve all your problems, is not the solution to all your struggles, but it is a key practice to taking back the power and mastering the self. Let that marinate into your motherfucking mind. Let that sink into your psyche, my guy. It's been your boy out here in the field, in the flesh, dropping all that game so you guys can make these gains, and I'm out of here. Peace.